modern man is confused. They don't understand what it means to be masculine. They're confused by all the buzzwords that are thrown out there from all of these influencers. On TikTok and all of these social media platforms, we're hearing about high value man, Chad, Giga Chad, Sigma male. All of these words are just thrown at us, but we don't know what to make of them. The interpretations of what it means to be a masculine man is to some extent covered by most of these influencers and creators, but it goes way deeper than that. Masculinity goes way beyond the three standards that you should have as a man, having looks, money, and status. But another thing that people tend to overlook is having a solid character. And a solid character is what allows other men to respect you and women to be with you. And the points that I'm going to go over aren't really talked about. So this can actually make you more of an outlier in terms of the guys that are trying to be more masculine. If you've covered these points, you're already halfway there to being a so-called high value man, and more importantly, being a masculine man. One of the first things that every guy should have is a tribe of men, having a group of guy friends that have the capacity to constructively criticize you, and men that will actually push you harder to be better. These are the kind of guys that you need to have around you if you want to be more masculine. You want to have guy friends that actually are on the same mission as you to be more masculine, to be the best version of yourself. Because once you have these kind of guys, you'll automatically rub off of them, because the idea is that you are a product of your environment. So when you have these guys around you, you're automatically going to become better. And this is a group of guys that you can go on adventures with, that you can talk to about problems and whatnot. This is what every masculine guy should have. And if you don't already have this kind of group, or if you don't have any guy friends in general, then your goal should be to get out there and speak to guys and find the right people for you. If you go to the gym, you can start off a conversation with the guy who's using the machine next to you. You could talk to guys that are at gyms, cafes, restaurants, literally anywhere. It's up to you to make that social interaction and being the initiator to spark a conversation and finding the right people for you. And another aspect that guys tend to overlook is having the goal to being a emotional intelligent person and being emotionally stable. All over social media, I've seen videos of these drunk football fans that start to get in fights with each other over petty arguments. They start acting petty and start getting in fights. These are the same type of people that go on social media and troll football players, DM them with nasty stuff and criticize them and whatnot. These are kind of like the low-level men. Something that these kind of people all have in common is that they are very emotionally unstable, and they lack all self-awareness to the point where they're just acting like idiots at the end of the day. So your goal should be to be a stoic man. The last thing you should do is to throw a temper tantrum. That is not a masculine man. That is a low-level man. You are on the same level as these guys who get into fights for no reason at all. Another thing that all guys should do to become more masculine is to develop a critical thinking side to them. So it's about not taking every bit of information at face value, but to actually critically analyze it and rationalize information to really understand and to really question the content of which is presented to them. In this way, you can become way more intelligent, and you become more mature as a result if you're actually continually questioning bits of information that's being fed to you, whether from a friend or from a book or a video, anything like that. You have to continually work to make your own conclusions on things and develop your own critical thinking. That is one of the essences of an intelligent man. And an intelligent man is often perceived as a masculine man. You're probably consuming all of this YouTube content right now, but when was the last time you actually looked at a bit of information that one of these YouTubers said to you and actually rationalized it and really thought about it to come with a conclusion? And to go off of that, at the same time, you want to be a student. You want to open yourself to new perspectives, new experiences. You always want to be someone who is open to learning from other people, someone who doesn't let their ego get in the way of acquiring new information from any single person. There's probably a person at school or at work or whatever that's giving you advice and you really don't want to take it because you look at this person as someone who's below you. But again, you're letting your ego come into play. And at the end of the day, you have to be a student. You have to take in everyone's perspective, everyone's experiences into account to make yourself a better person. And at the same time, as I said in the previous point, this will make you more intelligent. A masculine man will always look to acquire more information and make an effort to become more intelligent, whether it's book smart or street smart. The last thing that every guy should do is to live at your edge. This is by far the hardest part, but it's essentially pushing yourself outside your comfort zone. One of the ways that you can live at your edge is to focus on building a well-rounded skill set, learning different skills that you never thought you could learn before, becoming a well-rounded man. Could be like, I'm gonna do guitar lessons, even though I'm uncomfortable with working with instructors or whatnot. It could be, you know what, I'm gonna go join this Muay Thai gym. It could be learning a new language, things that put you beyond your present position, essentially, is what I'm trying to get at. So these are the tenets of what an outlier masculine man could be. If you focus on building your character, you'll be more masculine, and that's going to rub off in all of your other pursuits in your life, like looks, money, and status. And if you were to continually live at your edge, you'll find yourself in a way different position. You might have more guys that are admiring you. You might have more women that are admiring you and that want to be with you. That is why we want to be more masculine men. Being more masculine means that society will actually see the value in guys that these days it doesn't really seem to look at. You know, it's up to you to do something about it.